Welcome back to Big Bris TV, and on this episode, I got my very first Traxxas, the TRX4M. Man, when I saw this thing, I was like, I gotta have it. And I don't even know why I was shying away from Traxxas, but in this episode, I'm gonna show you how to instantly Detraxxify your Traxxas. Let's get right into it. This thing is pretty cool. I mean, the first thing I did when I ordered it was I ordered the low speed gears. It was $5, and then I ordered the Pro Light kit. So it's gonna be tough to see filming, but those headlights are a little less bright white than the fog lights. So this comes just with fog lights, and then with the Pro kit, what happens is you drive, brake lights go off, you stop, brake lights come on, and then they have reverse lights. They're different modes. I just turned off the light for the transmitter, but those are the hazards, for instance. So this thing is super cool. And then, as you can see, I already junked it up on the top. The main thing I wanted was that shovel, but it came with the shovel, the little fire extinguisher thingy over here. It came with some other stuff that you could put on top, and this cool net. One problem I already found with this is the suspension. So my shocks, I believe these are oil filled shocks, but look, when I press this down, look how this side, look over here, doesn't want to come up. Let me turn off these lights. That's another thing about these Traxxas models. You gotta take the top off and unplug it to turn off the battery. But you can probably see here, if I depress the shocks on both sides, right? See how it's just leaning to the side here? This shock doesn't want to extend. And so it's the same in the back on the opposite side. But let me take it off. This has quick release body, 2 tabs under here. And like I said, I sprung for the light kit. You gotta unplug the light kit to remove the battery totally. And then there's your battery and no power switch. So this does have 3 modes. You hold the button here and you'll see it flash. So 1 flash mode 1, 2 flash modes 2, 3 flashes mode 3, then it goes back to green. So now we're in the crawling mode, which gives you 100% drag brake on this, okay? And it has better modulation now that I've put the low speed gears in. But onto the Detraxxification, right? So my thing is this gigantic transmitter. I mean, it feels really good in hand. Oh, I forgot. But you see that drag brake situation? Let's see. Look. See how it just stops? And it's immediate forward and reverse. No brake. Just forward, reverse. That's mode 3. But anyway, forgot that I plugged it back in. Oh yeah, but I unplugged the lights. So I'm all over the place with this video, but it crawls really well. I'll show you some crawling with it in a second. I'm having so much fun right here in the house. It hasn't been outside. I don't plan to take it outside. Fog lights stay on, but here, what I was showing you about the suspension, right? You press both down in the front, and look, only one side comes up. Now after I work it for a while, up and down, it seems to do a little better. But that's one thing right there. You see that right shock, it's lazy. And then the rear, I think, is the opposite side. Okay, the rear is acting fine now, but earlier it was doing the same thing. It was leaning on one side. I do have a full upgrade kit coming for this. I went crazy on AliExpress. I got the bearings, I got the high clearance links, everything, tires, wheels, B-locks, the whole shebang. But that'll be in the upcoming video. But finally, yeah, let's get to the Detraxxification, right? So I want to be able to use this thing, not with this huge transmitter. I don't know what's up with it. It seems like a lot of unused space. With this, I want to use it with my Dumbo RC, so you can see the size difference with this. All right, okay. So in order to use my Dumbo RC, I'm gonna need to add a receiver And since this has all-in-one ESC receiver, part of the Detraxxification would be, I was off, we unplugged the battery. It's a tiny 750 milliamp hour battery, 2-cell LiPo. We're gonna need to change this out. So what did I do? Boom, Endura ESC. I'll put a link in the description to this, but this thing is gonna allow us, hopefully, to not only retain use of the Traxxas battery with their proprietary plugs and wiring, but also allow us to have greater crawling performance. So let's I have no idea if this is gonna work or not, but look, let's get this out of the package. So apparently it comes with, let's see, a gang of plugs. Oh yeah, I see it right there. This is what I was looking for. The plug to be able to use the Traxxas battery. Okay, so you can use the Traxxas battery, but then you can also use other batteries. And this ESC, I believe it does 3S. Yeah, 2 to 3S LiPo right there. So we'll be able to go 3S on this thing. So comes with the ESC, which I believe is, it looks like, yep, it'll fit, and it's a little shorter than the Traxxas ESC. Other thing that I'm thinking about is the lights. Okay, so the Pro Light kit, right, plugs into this ESC over here, and you can see I already been messing with the wires. I can get it to semi work, but boom, Pro Light kit, right? Plug in the battery. Make sure our transmitter is on. Yep. Plug in the battery. Okay. Now we got our lights on, right? So let's move this Endura stuff. You get the user manual. MB100 is the name of the ESC, right? And you also get a couple of blocks of double-sided tape, the ESC of course, and then you get 4 cords or connectors, adapters, whatever. But check out this articulation with this. Look, boom. The other 3 wheels still on the ground. That thing is awesome. I know I'm all over the place with this, but I'm just happy. I'm like a kid in a candy store. The Pro Light kit has several modes that you could go through, but you have to take off the top again and press a button on the ESC. I haven't bothered with it, but the basic mode that you get is driving, like I showed. When you let go of the throttle, the brake lights come on, and then when you reverse, you got reverse lights. You got your headlights and your running lights. Then, I believe when you press a button, yep, you can turn off the headlights and just have running lights with the fog lights and the tail lights. And then if you press the button again, no lights in the front, but you have tail lights and fog lights. Press the button again, now you got hazard lights, front and back. Press the button again. It was a little disco mode, but I think that's just letting you know that it's resetting back to, let's see, some sort of mode. I don't know what that is, but let's see. This is my first time doing this nonsense. Okay, press it again. Okay, let's see. All right, yeah, now we're back to, yep, to normal mode. This thing is cool. Okay, let's detraxify it. I've been wasting enough time, okay? So the reason why I showed the light kit is because obviously to use my Dumbo RC transmitter, I'll need a Dumbo RC receiver. And so I got this one, the X6F 6 channel. Now, if any of you guys know how I use the other 4 channels on this, please let me know. But here's how you set this up, okay? So you got your Endura 100, right? MOT, motor, negative, positive. So here's your motor wire, boom. Obviously negative is black, positive is red. So we're gonna go negative, positive, boom, done. Now we need battery. It says bat right here for the battery. So you want to get the connector that obviously looks like the Traxxas battery connector and plug this into battery. So this is a negative, positive also. So positive, negative. Plug this in. Boom. Right? And now we need power, right? So you have a male to male servo type wire, and it's positive, negative, and signal. Boom, plug those in there, and this goes in the radio. So this would be channel 2, right? And these Dumbo RC receivers are keyed on the sides here. It's keyed so you know which way to put it in. If you're not reading this positive, negative signal here, signal wire is usually white, negative is usually black, and positive usually red. So we have that in channel 2. And then you want to go over here, unplug your servo. We know this is the servo wire, but you see it coming out of the servo right here. White, red, black, positive, negative signal. This is your servo wire. So now we're going to put that in channel 1. Right? Boom. And this is your lights. So these wires are for the fog lights. So I'm going to put these in channel 3. Boom, like that. Okay? So before we remove this, I'm just gonna see if this works. Okay, now let's we got our receiver here, we got our ESC here. We're not using these 2 wires. Let's put those off to the side. Let's plug in our battery and see if we got power. Now another good thing about this is now you detraxified it in that you can plug this in to your battery and it doesn't come on. This is not your only way to turn it on and off, right? You have a power button here. I didn't even realize my AC was on this whole time, so you guys probably don't even hear me. But you got an LED here and the power button here. So you press that, you hear a little tone. It's flashing because my transmitter isn't on, but let's do that. Let's turn on transmitter first. And let's turn this on. Ooh, it looks like it might want to work. Let's see. Now this receiver was already bound, so let's just. Ooh, okay. And it looks like it's already in crawler mode with the back and yep. This is what number 3 on the Traxxas ESC will be: the immediate forward reverse and the forward drag brake and reverse drag brake. All right, so we did it, Brooklyn. All right, now here's the thing that I'm interested to see, and I ain't even gonna front like I didn't try this light kick trick earlier. The lights, right? So what's happening is, let's see if I can put this so you can see. I put this in channel 4, and this is what I don't know about these Dumbo RC receivers. They boast so many channels, but I don't even know how to use them. So this is gonna go into channel 4, right? So look, when I plug that in, only see, then those 2 come on, and then if I keep messing with it, if I put it in channel 4, sometimes I'll get all the lights. See, like more lights are coming on. keep playing with it. Now I don't know why it's like this. I don't know if the lights themselves has a circuit board in the light housing assemblies, but it should just be negative and positive, you know, for power. And these pro light kits have 3 wires, so it's like, okay, there we go. We got all lights on now. So let's just click that in. All right, boom. So now all the lights are on. I don't know if you can tell. And we got wireage. Just, yeah, I don't want to mess up that antenna wire, but, well, not all the lights in the front are on. So I'm gonna keep working on that, but basically that's how you detraxxify your TRX4M. You need a receiver, and this Endura MB100 was only like 20 bucks on Amazon. All right, let's try to get this cleaned up a little bit. So to turn this off now, you just do a long press on the power button here, boom, and now it's off. See, now if I turned it back on, see, these lights don't come on though. So I'm gonna have to work on that. Okay, long press. So everything's off now. So let me get this removed and see if we can get this mounted. Okay, those 2 screws and this ESC just came right out. It looks like this Endura ESC fits in there really nicely. So I could double-sided tape that in, which I think I'm gonna do. And then actually the receiver could sit just forward of it. Let's get that all in. I got the double-sided tape right here. Is this Velcro? Let's just cut it in half. These scissors even cut. Okay. These are those free scissors they give you when you buy those cheap hair clipper sets. I've been cutting my own hair since, I don't know, high school. So more than 30 years now. And I always keep a set of clippers. At one point, I was just like a neighborhood barber. Everybody's coming to me cutting hair. I was a walking billboard for my own self because people were looking, where do you get your hair cut? In my bathroom. Can you do me? You know, so I stayed with a pair of clippers. I couldn't even go out to the ball courts and play ball. I come out there, people, Bris, can you hook me up? So at one point I was taking my clippers out to the courts with me, and then it was like, you know what? I'm sorry, bro. Can't do it. All right, so let's try to get this. All right, that's neat. Boom. Okay, so that's in. Okay, it's not gonna sit in there neatly. I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. I'll figure out a way to route it at a later date when if I could figure out this lighting situation. But I may have to rewire that pro lighting kit. It was 25 bucks, and I could have, I mean, I have LEDs here already, so I could have just used whatever LEDs that I had, but you know, I wanted to see what kind of options I could have had with this battery. Other battery options. This battery fits in here perfectly, and so far it's working okay. It's doing its job, but I did buy an interior for this, so I wanted to see how that's gonna work out with an interior in here. I'm gonna probably need some clearance, and I bought a host of other, maybe, let me see the suspension situation. Boom. Let's go ahead and just plug the light kit in anyway and see what we get. Ooh, we got, it's like we got all lights. All lights on deck, it looks like. Okay, Playboy. Well, we don't have one reverse light and one tail light on the driver's side, depending on what country you're in, but hey. Let me see if I turn off. Let me see if I turn off channels 3 and 4. No, that doesn't do anything. Maybe if I, yeah, I would have to mess with the do anything. Okay, well, like I said, here's the charger. I got the low speed gearing. I got the pro scale light kit and everything else you get. You actually get a poster. The poster's kind of cheesy. I'm guessing a lot of you. This video is gonna be mostly for people who are not familiar with Traxxas products. Most of my boys, most of y'all, you know, I don't know. I'm not gonna. It's polarizing, but this might be your first Traxxas, so it comes with a. It comes with a poster. So let's just get it a little bit. I set up an obstacle course on here with pillows and stuff. I might run that in a minute, but hey, that's the way you detraxify your Traxxas TRX4M. This thing is pretty good, but many of us have an aversion to, is this the antenna? To built-in all-in-one receivers, ESCs, and the fact that you know, some people say Traxxas is like the Apple of RC. Everything with them is proprietary, so you have to use their charger, you have to use their battery, you have to use their stuff, and a lot of it is kind of, it's priced not competitively because there's no competition. But anyway, yeah, if anybody wants these things, let me know. With one of my other cars, the BMW, I can control the light on channel 3 because the controller is connected to the light. So because this is the controller, or at least part of it, I can't control these lights. But that light control was kind of weak anyway, because you had to take it off and press a button to change the modes. You couldn't do it on the fly. So I'm gonna figure out, you know, I'm cool with just rocking it like this with all the lights on, or just off, you know. At least this thing came with a manageably sized remote. I mean, it's a little bigger, but this is like a Arma size remote, so transmit or whatever. Plus for 46 bucks, you know, I wasn't too concerned about that. But I was able to do some further upgrades on this. I got the chromey wheels. They're exactly like the black ones, except that they're just chromey, same tires. And then, as you can see, I did all the blingage under there. So, does not make this thing drive any better. Well, I'm gonna say this, it gives it a little bit more weight because these components are all metal. So I was thinking about trying to figure out a way to get these doors to open. You have to cut them. Might be able to do that. But this thing is pretty cool. I mean, if you didn't see my driving video with it, check that out. Hey, you do get much more turning angle with this upgrade kit. That turning angle now is double. So that's one thing. If you got one of these, or you thinking about getting that MN78, if anything, get that front axle with the steering, because it gives you much more turning. Anyway, this was about the Defender. I love this little thing. stay tuned for an upcoming video. I have wheels coming, I have ball bearings coming. I'm going to show you how to do that. I have all the stuff that you can buy for this, and then hopefully I'll get this light situation figured out. Hey, Big Bris TV, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it or if it helped you, and if you didn't like it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Check out one of these videos up here, and I'll catch you on the next one. Everybody stay well. Peace.